Good morning or good afternoon, depend what time you guys watching this. But this is the homework for day one, so I'm just gonna go over a couple of the problems, maybe the odd problems, and then you guys will be able to do the even problems. But I want you to do both on your when you're submitting it. But I just wanted to kind of help you because some of you are saying that you're struggling with this concept. So we wanted to simplify this. Whenever you don't see any index, like this one has an index of 3, or this one doesn't have it, doesn't, it means it's the square root. So whatever is inside the radical comes out as a pair. So I have to take 54 first, the number, and try to find the prime factor. So I know 54 is divisible by 2, which gives you 27, and 27 is divisible by 3 9 times, and then 9 is 3 times 3. So these are your prime factors, which is 1 3 2 3 4, right? And then a 2. And then I'm also going to try to find what number is divisible by 2. So I have an exponent of 7, an exponent of 3, and an exponent of 2, right? I know 7 and 3 are not divisible by 2. So what is divisible? What's the next number I can find to be divisible by 2 would be 6, right? So when I write my exponent, so let me start with putting the square root, and I'm going to put my prime factors, which is 2 times 3 squared times 3, right? I have 3 3's, but I can combine this because that can come out. And then when I write my x to the power of 7, I'm going to write it as x6 times 1x. And then when I write my y cubed, I'm going to write it as y cubed, y squared, and 1y. And then let me erase this part. I know it's going to be difficult to write, so the best way is to do it on a piece of paper and just take a picture. And then z squared stays inside, right? So what are the numbers that can come out in pairs? This can come out as 1. This can come out, 6 divided by 2 is 3. This can come out as 1y, and this can come out as 1z. So what is outside? I have a number 3, x to the power of 3, 1y, and 1z. What is left? I have a 2 times 3, which is 6, and 1x, and then 1y. That would be it. Just for this one, I will also do number 2 because I want you, because these two numbers are the same, but the index is different. So this is the cube root. So you still have to simplify it the same way I simplify. But now, since I'm dividing it by 3, 7 divided by 3, 3 divided by 3, right? And then 2 cannot be divisible by 3, so I just leave it. So when I put my number, I'm going to keep 3 cubed as it is. I'm not going to separate it the way I did this one because I need it to be, it needs to come index of 3, meaning it can only comes in triple. So if you can find 3 of the same thing, it can come out. Then x to the power of 6, right? X to the power of 6 times 1x, y cubed, because y cubed can come out, and z squared, we can't do anything about that one, right? Because it's too small. So what can come out? This can come out. This can come out as x to the power of 2 because 6 divided by 3 is 2, and this can come out, right? So what comes out is 3 times x squared times y. What stays inside is 1, 2, x, and z squared. Okay? So you have to practice in order to get this. All right, I'll do number 3. You guys do the even number. So 72 This is 3 is outside. So since it doesn't have any index, that means this is square root. So it comes in pairs. So 2 times 72 is 72 divided by 2 is 36, I believe, yeah. So 36, then you can use 36 because 36 is a perfect square and it can come out as 3. But if you're so used to doing it with prime factorization, just divide it by 2 again. It gives you 18. And again, by 2 is 9. Then you have 3 times 3, right? So my prime factors are 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. So I can put in the square root. This is enough. So I have 2 squared times 1, 2 by itself. This is a times. And then I have 3 squared, right? So A5, I'm going to write it as A to the power of 4 times 1A. Because A to the power of 4 is divisible by 2. But B stays as B6 because 6 is divisible by 2. So now what can come out? 2 squared can come out. 3 squared can come out. A to the power of 4 can come out as A squared. B to the power of 6 can come out as B cubed. So I have 2 and 3 comes out, which gives me 6. A squared. And then B cubed is outside to the square root of what left inside. I have a 2. I have 1A. 2A stays inside. Okay. All right, let's do one more. Well, another odd number, which is 5. So I have 162 to the power of the cube root. The index is 4. A to the power of 15 and B to the power of 28. So I'm going to take 162 and then try to find the prime factor of 162, right? So what's 162 divided by 2 is 81, which I know this is going to be 9 times 9. I know this is going to be 3 and 3, and then 3 and 3. Yep. So I got my fourth here, right? So, oh, don't forget 6 is outside. So now 3 cubed, 3 to the power of 4 times 2. Don't forget the other prime factor is also 2, right? I have 4 threes. And then A to the power of 15 is divisible by 4 when it's 12, right? So A to the power of 12. But what is left? 3A's left, right? Because I have 15A. If I write A to the power of 12, I still have 3 more to go. Okay, and then B28 is divisible by 4, so I'm just going to keep it as B28. All right, so B to the power of 3 to the power of 4 can come out. So if I'm looking at what can come out, this can come out. 2 that can't come, right? A to the power of 12 can come out. A cubed cannot come out, so then B to the power of 28. So when 3 comes out, it comes as 1 3, right? Because 4 divided by 4 is 1. This is to the power of 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So A to the power of 3. 28 divided by 4 is 7. B to the power of 7. What is left inside the radical? 2A cubed. And there's nothing on B that stays. Okay? When you see a negative number, I don't know if the negative, I don't have any. Oh, number 9 is a negative. When you see a negative number, just take the negative outside and then just do the rest of the number. Okay? All right, 7 And when you see them like this, it's the same thing. One half means the same thing as the square root of 54 x to the power of 7 y cubed z squared. So this is the same answer as number 1. Yeah? And this is the same answer as number 2. It's the same thing, right? If you look at what we did, it's the same thing. This is the cube root of 54 x to the power of 7 y to the power of 3 and then z squared. Whatever you got for number 2 would also be the answer here. All right, number 9. It's negative, right? So I'll just keep the negative outside just to make my life easier. So I got 3072 x to the power of, this is to the 3, oh, this is to the 5, 1/5, okay. X to the power of 19, y to the power of 43, and z cubed. So there's nothing we can do with the z cubed, but the 3072, so I'm going to write it here so that I can factor it out. Might be a little bit longer, right? Because it's a big number. So 3072 divided by 2, 1536. And then divide this by 2 again. I don't want to take this more than 768. And divide it by 2 again. 384. 384. Divided by 2 again. 192. To 192. Divide this by 2 again. 96. Divide this by 2 again. 48. Okay. Divided by 2 again. 24, right? 2 times 12. Then we can do 12 is 2 times 6, and then 2 times 3. So I only got 1 3, the rest is 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's perfect. So I took the negative out, right, to make my life easier. So I have 2 to the 10th power times 1 3. And you can check if this is, you want to make sure because it's a long number, you can just go to decimals and put to the power of 10. And then times it by 3. That should give you 3072. Then I have x to the power of 14, right? Or 19. So the next number that is divisible by 5 is 15, right? But I still have 4 x's that I need to keep. 43 is y to the power of 40, and then y3. But z doesn't have any chance to get out, right? Because it only needs z cubed. All right, what can come out? All you have to do is divide the exponent by the 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So negative 2. That 3 stays there. 15 divided by 5 is 3. X cubed. Y, 40 divided by 5 is 8. Y to the power of 8. So everything else stays. Since I took this out, I took this out, and I took this out, what is left? 3 is left. X to the power of 4 is left. Y cube is left. And then Z cube is left. Okay? That's it. That would be your answer. All right, I think we're done. All right, so you guys can do number 10 same way. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. It's exactly 15 minutes. Please get it done and turn it in on timely manner.